If you look at the demographics of the people in prison, they come from the most marginalized of society. So many of them find themselves in conflict with the law because they didn't get the opportunity to get them to do anything better.
Our research shows that 30% of those that we have now are actually people that have reoffended.
Recidivism is on the rise throughout the world.
When someone has come out of the prison, few would really actually take a chance of giving them a job.
Some people find it that they're not welcome in society, so they would rather go back to prison.
To tell you the truth, my life has been hell. For me to eat, I have to struggle. Where food will come from, we don't know.
The period they spend in the prison facility, they don't get to learn nothing.
I lost my wife while in prison and my 2 children. I didn't have anywhere to go because the 8 years that I spent in prison, I found that Lusaka is developed.
You're coming from prison, don't associate with me, find your own society, find your own people, that's it.
All they see is this helpless character. Next thing, the person starts feeling the sense of rejection.
I know there's a lot of people that maybe as soon as they hear someone's done jail time or been in prison, straight away no, we're not interested.
And it's easier for them to get back to the bad ways anyway.
The more people we have in prisons, the more money, the more taxes you have to pay.
The impact on the society is much more than even to the offender.
It just takes one person that is not reformed to set fire on a very large scale.
You find many families don't embrace former prisoners, but an empowered former prisoner adds value even to the livelihood outside.
I think it's important that every government know that its biggest asset is human resource.
Historically, we have had prisons that we had when we were under the colonial rule. We had to relook at the whole offender management system.
In 2016, with amendment to the Constitution, the name changed and the president challenged the Correctional Service now that it's a paradigm shift. We are now correcting and we're not punishing prisoners.
We would want individuals to come out of our facilities well equipped mentally and vocationally to face the challenges that life offers.
In prison, there is a school from grade 1 up to grade 12, they teach. There is also skills, life skills like carpentry, bricklaying, power electrical. But I, for one, I did farming and I'm a very good farmer. I learned that in prison.
I think today we are talking of prison not being a place of punishment per se, but maybe a place where people can be reformed and contribute to society.
It will work. It will work. It will work.
Well, correction service is more embracing. They more focus on correcting an inmate. You know, like, what can we do to make this person better? He's been given a second chance.
You more or less give them that sense of empowerment that when they leave, they actually can add value outside.
3/4 of the guys who've done trade skills here, and it will better our lives. Listening to instructions, following orders and stuff, it's amazing.
The collaboration we have had with UNODC has been perfectly and timely.
We were able to train more than 2,000 prisoners to sit for different trade test skills. We had 4 prisons affiliated to the main government trade testing body. We bought equipment, we bought educational materials. The uptake was amazing.
With the very generous contribution of the state of Qatar, we managed to run this program in Zambia to achieve a lot of results together within a very short period of time.
Allow me to accept the Mount People's Vocation Training Center provided by the generosity of the UNODC.
to see it in that state, it was very rewarding. I also think it added a sense of value to the prisoners. They felt very, very excited.
We hope that with this new multi-purpose vocational training center, you will be provided with an opportunities to learn new skills, to be more competitive when you will be released from prison, and with that to integrate successfully into your communities and society at large.
After you've been given a skill, then you go out there. There is yet another product that UNODC has given to us as Zambia.
This registration center will help us now identify who has really changed, who hasn't changed.
I went direct to Priwo. I called Derek Malumo on a borrowed phone, and then I was directed to their offices. I went to their offices, I explained my situation. Derek said, no problem, I'll give you where to lodge for a good month or so. I started staying with him in a one-room house. Staying with him, he was feeding me, he was doing everything for me.
We met Derek when he was still an offender years back. He shared with us the idea, and to actually see that we've helped an individual from when he was incarcerated, added value, invested in his vision, and to see that there's a structure where he can trade from and help others. I think that's a meaningful way of helping ex-offenders.
I'm telling you, they helped me like a family.
Now with this center, with the prayer, all ex-former prisoners has really new hope for a second chance in life.
To complement these efforts, we thought to provide you as well with some materials that we have developed within the Doha Global Program. The documents are based on these Mandela rules and are the roadmap for the development of prison-based rehabilitation programs. It provides you with the basics as well as the checklist and how to improve and take account of human rights approach, as well as pay particular attention to gender perspective.
The materials that we are receiving today are going to constitute part of the key resource materials which we are going to utilize in driving the change agenda.
Now, those facilities you are seeing, they are actually what government means by transforming prisons into corrections. Those state-of-the-art facilities, they have psychological assessment centers, classrooms, indoor and outdoor entertainment facilities, sports and recreation. Just looking at the facilities, you can know that this is a correctional service and not a prison service.
No, people, they always think when one is in prison, that's the end of it. But with my experience in prison, I've seen, prison changes people.
I have changed completely. Because when I went to prison, I was so arrogant. I never used to humble myself to anybody. I never had respect for any human. But when I went to prison, my dear, I learned to be very humbled with people.
I've learned how to control my emotions and accept any provocation.
These officers, one thing that I've really liked about them is that regardless of what you've done, they give you the love. They'll talk to you, encourage you. They'll show you that this is second chance, don't blow it up. I don't know how much time God has given me to be alive on this earth, but I want to use the little time or the plenty time that God has given me to do something really constructive.
Every human being has the potential. Some of the people who were once in prison may be the very human capital that we need for the development of this country.
We're meant to show member states that this is how it should be. And the rewards are quite humbling.